Legends, what's up? It's Darkmech here, and today we're covering off the Protection Paladin in Dragonflight, the virtuous warriors of the light. Protect me. Yeah. So today we're going to cover off talents, new rotation, stat priority, consumables, and with the help of Lincoln, who is the Protection Paladin guide writer from Wowhead, I am arming this here hammer with all the right knowledge to pass on to you. Can we make this hammer like glow or something? That'd be really cool. Something like that. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support us anymore, stick around till the end and hear about our Patreon. So we're going to kick things off with talents. I'm going to start off with a core generalized raid build for you here. The class tree gives you 31 points at max level in Dragonflight to use. And this build is going to see you picking up things in the class tree like Hammer of Wrath, your blessings, freedom, sacrifice and protection, avenging wrath, judgment of light, sanctified wrath, of Dusk and Dawn, and Zealot's Paragon. Now, if you really hate the minigame that goes with Of Dusk and Dawn, you could elect to put this point into something else. However, I would highly encourage you to get comfortable and give playing with Of Dusk and Dawn a chance, as it is mathematically the better build option. Looking over at the spec tree with the 30 points that you'll have to spend, you'll pick up things like Blessed Hammer, Readout, Holy Shield, Ardent Defender, Bastion of Light, Guardian of Ancient Kings, Eye of Tyr, Farron Marcus, and Divine Toll. Now keep in mind, there is flexibility throughout this. This is a pretty generalized build. If you want to swap points around and pick up other things, then you absolutely can do that, depending on tuning and pending on your own personal preference. This is just a starting point. Moving over to the Mythic Plus side of builds, again, this is a fairly generalized build that will cater you to a wide array of dungeon content. Now, there's a little bit of movement when we look in the class tree and moving from a raid build to a Mythic Plus build. We're dropping things like Aura of Swift Vengeance and Judgment of Light, and then we're picking up Blinding Light for the stop and Cleanse Toxins. In the spec tree, we're going to pick up Consecrated Ground, Sanctuary, Strength and Adversity. We're going to drop Relentless Inquisitor, Light of the Titans, Farron Marcus, and then we're going to change to focus Anemone over to Soaring Shield, and then lastly we'll pick up Bulwark of Righteous Fury down the bottom. Now again, as I said in the raid build, pending your situation, pending your preferences, there is room to move things around in this tree, but this will set you off with a build that will cover, as I said, a wide variety of dungeons, different compositions from pugs to organized group. The tree is set out with Of Dusk and Dawn, so again, same as I said about the minigame with that, if you didn't want to play it, you could move, but certainly there are different options. You might want to, pick up Moment of Glory and things like that, pending on tuning. You've got those options. So moving into the rotation side of the Protection Paladin, we're going to start off with the Of Dusk and Dawn opener, single target and multi, and then we'll move into the other side of the rotation if you didn't want to play with Of Dusk and Dawn. So starting off with your opener, your single target opener would be Hand of Reckoning, Avenger's Shield, Avenging Wrath, and Moment of Glory if you were talented into it. Bastion of Light, you'd then hit Shield of the Righteous 3 times, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath, 2 Blessed Hammers, Shield of the Righteous, Blessed Hammer, Shield of the Righteous, and Divine Toll if you were talented, and that would be your single target opener. Then you'd flow into your single target rotational priority system, which is going to be using Avenging Wrath, Moment of Glory if you're talented, Bastion of Light, Divine Toll if talented, Consecration if you aren't standing in it or it's not already down, Shield of the Righteous when you have 5 Holy Power, and this is to kick off or maintain Blessing of Dawn, Shield of the Righteous after that when you have 3 Holy Power, and this is for the other side of Blessing of Dusk, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath, Avenger's Shield, Blessed Hammer, and once again Consecration if it's faded or you've moved and you are not standing in it. Talking about the multi-target rotational priority system for Paladin on Of Dusk and Dawn, the actual only thing that changes from your single target build is Avenger's Shield comes up and slots under your 2 Shield of the Righteous. So you'd Shield of the Righteous to get your Blessing of Dawn, Shield of the Righteous for Blessing of Dusk, and then you would Avenger's Shield, Judgment, Hammer, Blessed Hammer, Consecration. Few points around, Paladin if you're new to the class, picking it up and just trying to sort of get a grip around what you're doing. Aim to not cap out on your Holy Power. Use Avenger's Shield to maintain your buffs. Use Shield of the Righteous when you have 3 to 5 Holy Power. Use Word of Glory to heal yourself when you have Shining Light active. Don't refresh Shield of the Righteous if you are close to the active mitigation cap of 13.5 seconds with that ability, and you're not going to cap out on Holy Power. If you can delay pressing it to avoid that AM cap and not cap out on Holy Power, just hold off a few GCDs and then hit Shield of the Righteous again. Okay, now if you don't want to play with Of Dusk and Dawn, your single target opener is going to be Hand of Reckoning, Avenger's Shield, Avenging Wrath, Moment of Glory if you're talented into it, Bastion of Light, 3 Shield of the Righteous again, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath, Shield of the Righteous, and Divine Toll if you're talented. Your single target priority is going to be Avenging Wrath, Moment of Glory if you're talented, Bastion of Light, Divine Toll if talented, Consecration when you're not standing in it, Shield of the Righteous when you are between 3 and 5 Holy Power, Judgment, Hammer of Wrath, Avenger's Shield, Blessed Hammer, and Consecration, again, when you're not standing in it. Same thing for multi-target priority. Avenger's Shield just moves up the list, so Avenger's Shield goes up under Shield of the Righteous, and just over the top of Judgment. So pretty simple around that kind of thing. Talking about your stats that you're going to be focusing on in Dragonflight, stat-wise, item level is always generally the best thing to go off. If it's a higher item level, just go with that. If you're talking about same item level and then comparing stats, you're talking haste, mastery, versatility, and then crit in your stat order for what you are gunning for. Lastly, to finish up with consumables, so we now have files instead of flasks. In Mythic Plus, you will be using File of Eye of the Storm. For Raid, if there was minimal movement in an encounter, you could go with File of Static Empowerment. However, generally, you're going to be going with File of Elemental Chaos, just if there's any sort of movement at all. Food-wise, feasts are always going to be your best option, so the Grand Banquet, Horde of Draconic Delicacies, or the Hearty Stew. If feasts are too expensive or you just want other options, Timely Demise will give you 35 haste, and Sizzling Seafood Medley is actually double stat food in haste and mastery. In regards to weapon wise, maybe using a Sharpening Stone for damage, or you could use a Howling Rune for more defensive benefit. And for your enchant slots, weapon wise, you're going to be going with primary stat with Wafting Devotion or Wafting Writ. Cloak, you've got Homebound Speed or Writ of Speed. Chest, Sustained Strength or Waking Stats. Braces wise, Writ of Speed. Legs, Fierce Armor Kit. Boots, you can go with Plain Runner's Breeze, which is a speed, or you can go with Watcher's Loam for more stamina. And then ring, you'll be going with Devotion of Haste or Writ of Haste. That is it. Any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, check out our other tank guides on the channel. Come and find us in the Discord. Thanks so much for checking out the video. See you all next time. See you, fam.
Legends, if you really want to help me out and support the channel, please consider pledging to our Patreon. Tier 3 and above will see you getting your name at the end of every single video we create, as well as some hidden perks in the Discord. Thanks so much.